Hello everyone, it's Dr. Trisha Cardner, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to improve your mindset through the use of effective goal setting. So if that sounds interesting to you, then just stick around and we're going to get right into it. Setting effective goals is the essential first step to creating an unbeatable mindset because each goal acts as a stepping stone. Each time we check a goal off of our list, it's just bringing us that much closer to transforming our dreams of poker success into a reality. Besides that, we know that goal setting has been found to increase motivation, and hundreds of both correlational and experimental studies show evidence that setting goals increases success rates across a variety of contexts. Now, I'm going to get into 5 specific ways that goals can help you improve your mindset. Research consistently shows that setting goals encourages people to take responsibility for their own success. It acts as a driving force through whatever learning or desired accomplishments people are after. Goals have a way of directing our attention to what matters. When we've set goals, we then know what it is we need to do on a day-to-day or weekly basis in order to achieve our outcome. Goal setting is actually a means of improving your self regulation, which is just another term for willpower or self discipline. Once you've set a goal and you've set out the steps that you need to actually take, and you do those steps every day, you are improving your willpower just by that alone. Setting and achieving goals also helps with something called self efficacy. That is, when you accomplish a goal, you're going to feel interest, joy, pride, and that's highly reinforcing in the sense that it makes you feel competent. And when we feel competent, we're encouraged to set even more challenging goals. Setting and achieving goals also gives us a really good sense about what our skills and resources are. And my guess is that you'll probably be pleasantly surprised because if you're like most people, you've actually underestimated your potential. Now, when you're thinking about the goals that you'd like to set, I want to make you aware that there's basically 2 types. There are aspirational goals, and then there are effective goals. So let's get into the difference between those 2 types of goals right now. Have you ever spent any time just daydreaming about what it would be like to be an uber successful poker player? Well, if you have, then that's where you've stepped into the area of an aspirational goal. This is the big, dreamy type stuff that we'd all like to achieve. And there's nothing wrong with having an aspirational goal. Aspirational goals, like wanting to win enough money so that you can buy this beautiful mansion, are important to have because they underpin hope and optimism. But they are not the best goals to set in order to actually achieve the success that you want. While the aspirational goal is the big dream, what we're going to have to do to actually get there is complete a series of small and big steps, which will keep our momentum going. Each of these steps is an effective goal, and setting effective goals is a skill that we all need to learn. Effective goals typically have 5 specific components. The first of which is that they are specific in that they state as clearly as possible what it is that you're going to do and when you are going to do it. Effective goals are measurable in that you can easily determine whether you've achieved your goal. This usually means a behavior that you can actually see, and it's something tangible that you can count. Has it happened or has it not happened? Effective goals also must be attainable. That means it's a goal that you can and will do. Attainable means that you have the time, the energy, and the effort in order to pay the cost of whatever your goal is going to require. In order for a goal to be effective, it has to really matter to you and be important to you. It needs to be directly tied to your passion. Think about whatever the goal is that you're setting. Why is it important to you and why do you care? The final characteristic of effective goals, and really one of the most important, is that they must be time bound, in that you need to set them with a clear time frame for completion. Because I think we all know that deadlines are what take us out of thinking about doing something into actually doing it. One thing that's really important to pay attention to is that aspirational goals like I want to be a really successful poker player have no time frame and no deadline. And that's why they're not particularly effective at getting us to take action. It's also really difficult to know when you've crossed that finish line when you don't really know what your outcome is. So now you know all that you need to do is to give yourself a goal that will move you towards your poker success. You want to be specific. What is it that you're going to do? It needs to be measurable. How will you know when you've achieved your goal? It needs to be attainable. Is this goal realistic for you? Why or why not? It needs to be relevant. Why is this goal important to you? And finally, it needs to have a deadline. When will you have this goal completed? Since effective goals need to be small and achievable, you're going to need to keep setting them in order to achieve your final goal. Once you achieve one goal, set the next one and then the next. And as you achieve each one, you'll find that success builds on success. If you enjoy learning about how to optimize your mindset, you'll want to join me on Tuesday, March 26, 2019 at 9 p.m. Eastern for the group coaching session that I'm doing for the pro members of Red Chip Poker. So don't forget to sign up, and I hope to see you then. Until next time, keep working on that mindset.